Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have a reveal for you, and that is I need more Invisalign. I suppose it doesn't need that much explanation. You can see that I definitely do. I'm still pretty snaggly. I mean, it's a huge improvement, but yeah, on Sunday night I was already starting to waver in confidence that it would be finished. I was prepared for something like this to happen because they told me that it could happen, but I was so hopeful because the changes were just happening so rapidly. Like I would wake up to gaps that would be filled really fast. But unfortunately, here I am. I think it became really apparent maybe already Saturday, but I was still trying to remain hopeful. I am not wearing them right now. I got all of my attachments taken off because there are more being ordered. I do have to wear them, not as many hours as I was wearing them before, just to keep the teeth from shifting into a place that we don't want, which would be back. Even in the next couple of weeks could make a difference. So in 2 weeks I will be getting X amount of sets. I don't really know for sure, but unfortunately it looks like it's quite a bit. I know it doesn't look like there's that much longer to go. It looks like there's maybe another 2 weeks to a month to go, where there's a lot more, and it's because the problem is a little bit under the surface and beyond the aesthetic. Let's go ahead and show you guys my teeth up close. Always a little awkward. I will also post a before and after picture. That's an old one. The one I'm going to show you is old. It's from like maybe 2 weeks ago. I think I will wait to do like the 100% before and after picture. It'll probably just be up on Instagram. This is the video I had planned to do today, so we're going to roll with it anyway. I'm also going to talk to you guys about some of those surprises. But anyways, I got my phone out because I'm going to show you my x-ray so that you can understand what exactly is the problem here. Okay, I'm going to have to come over here a bit. Okay, so as you can see, it looks pretty good, but we have a problem with the root of this tooth right here next to the snaggle. Here is the other one. You can see it's more straight. This one is crooked. So it has shifted, but this tooth really wasn't getting the full impact of the Invisalign. So it's remained crooked, and we do need to fix the root, even if it would be aesthetically pleasing, because it's just better for my overall health in the long run. What was happening was with my Invisalign, there was like usually a little tiny gap of like air, you could say. It was just not totally filled, and that was because I have quite long front teeth, and then with the snaggle protruding forward as much as it did, through a lot of the treatment, that tooth just wasn't getting the full compression and impact. And that was something that one of the orthodontists was more concerned about than the others. She mentioned it every single time. But the good news is since the snaggle has calmed down so much, I want to say it's the last 3 weeks I haven't had any issues with the tooth not totally filling out the set. So yeah, we will be able to finally see that tooth move over to the full extent so that the snaggle can fully calm down. Something else to mention is I guess I will not 100% be symmetrical. I am symmetrical in the most unsymmetrical way possible. You could say there will be a bit of a slant because I have like a chip. My tooth is just a little bit, I don't know what happened to it, but it's chipped. So it's got a bit of an angle to it, kind of like my head tilt because of my lazy eye. And the bad news is it looks like I will need another 3 months. So it doesn't look like there's that much to go just based on, you know, looking at me. It looks like maybe another 2 weeks to a month. But because if you look at the x-ray, you can see how much the root needs to change. It could be another 3 months of Invisalign. I will be straight in probably about another month to 6 weeks, but you know, I will be with these all the holidays, which I'm so excited about. Yeah guys, so that's the update. There's still time to go. I guess I will just wait to post a before and after picture on Instagram. I will probably mention that it's done in a vlog somewhere. I want to get into making more food and fitness content. This will probably be my last in-depth Invisalign update unless you guys really want another one. But to make this video slightly more interesting, I wanted to talk about some things that were surprises along the way when it came to this journey. So things they don't necessarily tell you about Invisalign, and this is something that I've noticed has happened to a lot of other people based off of watching their videos. And you know, if it's something you're thinking about and you watch me anyway, maybe it's something for you to think about and you get to hear it from somebody you like to watch. So we already talked about the time frame. It might not be accurate. You might have, you know, 60 sets, but there may need to be more. The good news is, in my case, it was included. I get unlimited sets. When she told me I may need another 3 months, the first thought that came to mind was, oh my God, how much more is this going to cost? But it's included, at least in my case. So I would definitely ask your orthodontist ahead of time if you need more, if that situation arises, that it's part of your plan before you sign the contract, because I didn't know. Next up is the attachments. Now I had my attachments taken off yesterday because I will need new attachments for my new plan in the next couple of weeks. A lot of people are quite bothered by them, and my orthodontist didn't tell me about them. I found out about them maybe a day before I went to go get them on by YouTube. I just decided to watch some people's vlogs of their experience because I was a little bit nervous the night before. So the attachments are kind of like these cavity filling like material bubbles that go on your teeth, and they are aesthetically noticeable. Some people do need them on the front. I needed 14, which is kind of mid-range, and they kind of look a little bit braces like. I did not need mine on the front, which I was really grateful for, but some people do, and some people are like really angry when they find out Invisalign's not like as invisible as they claim it to be. And 9 times out of 10 you will need attachments, at least a few. Like, that's just how the teeth are directed. Like, this does help, but without the attachments the teeth don't know which way to go. So that's important to note. It's not 100% invisible. I already made a video talking about my experience with getting a tooth extracted and teeth shaving. I will link that. I'm not going to go into that again, but that was a horrendous experience. Just leading up to the Invisalign was a lot more difficult than the actual 60 weeks with Invisalign. And even getting the attachments taken off yesterday was just excruciatingly painful on a couple of my molars that are more sensitive. It was really like a sharp shooting pain because they used like a drill that they use to get cavities out without pain medication to take them off, and sometimes they get really close to the gum line. And on a couple molars, I would have given that a 10 out of 10 on the pain scale. And I've had 3 kids without pain meds. It was more painful than that. So, and I will have to do it again because I'm going to have to get the attachments put on for the next set and then have that done all over again, I guess, when I'm done. Another thing I talked about was issues with TMJ. Now, not everyone has TMJ. That is basically where you have a very sensitive jaw from teeth grinding. Invisalign, particularly if you need rubber bands to help bring your jaw forward, will cause more pressure, more pain. And there was a phase that I went through, which I talked about on an Instagram post, where I literally just had so much sharp pain here where I thought I had like swollen glands all the time, but really it was just from the pressure and the changes in my jaw, which is done. I no longer need to wear the rubber bands. My jaw came forward really nicely. They are happy about that. It didn't need to come forward a whole lot, but my bite is even now. The last kind of negative one, which I wanted to bring up, which I don't think a lot of people think about, is increased autoimmune flare-ups from having a foreign plastic object in your mouth all the time. So I have fibromyalgia. Some people have reported, not a lot of people, but there have been some people reporting more flare-ups when it comes to if they have autoimmune conditions. So it's basically just the body overreacting, the immune system overreacting to a foreign object. My body acts like that anyway because I have an autoimmune problem. I definitely think that I am just a little bit more off. I want to say the last, I want to say the last 9 months, so about 3 months after wearing them continuously. The plastic is BPA free. It's, you know, a better plastic, but it is nonetheless plastic that you have in your mouth all the time. And once you've gotten to a point of like reaching over a year, the body is just going to continue to try to reject that, and that's just going to cause more weird symptoms to possibly arise. So I'm just definitely so ready to not have plastic in my mouth anymore. And it's not just like this with Invisalign. Women talk about it with implants, IUDs, you know, anything you put in the body that shouldn't be there, the body is just going to react to it inevitably. Okay, so now on to the more positive surprises. The first one is my lips. I am really impressed with the fact that my lips look so different now. My snaggletooth always made my lips kind of open, like all the time. So I never even really knew what my lips looked like fully closed unless I really tried, but even then it would change the shape. So now I know what my lip shape looks like, and I really quite like them. I think they are more aesthetically pleasing as well, not just the teeth. Some more good news is I told you guys that I would have gaps, which I have a picture of here on the diagram. They do not really bother me at all. You can hardly notice them, and that was something I was worried about when I started this process, was the very small gaps. So I have a picture of my new teeth, and I'll show you guys here. Here is how big the gap is. You really cannot see it at all. At the bottom of my teeth, it's a bit, wait, hang on. At the bottom of my teeth, it is much bigger, but you can't see it because my lip. Also, when I smile, my lips go a good deal over my teeth. Anyway, I don't have a very gummy smile, so it's hardly noticeable at all. And the last one is, of course, the confidence. I am definitely smiling more for pictures. I am covering my mouth less when I laugh, because it used to especially embarrass me when I laughed, because when I laughed, that's when my mouth opens a bit wider and you could really see how far the snaggle was coming out. So I am like laughing more with ease. I still find myself covering my laugh. I mean, I will say, like, I do really feel like I handled my genetic teeth pretty well. I made a lot of YouTube videos. I smiled anyway. Sometimes I did once in a while smile with my teeth showing. But yeah, it was starting to get to the point where my teeth were starting to get a little bit more difficult to clean. They were starting to look grungier and just yellow and unhealthy, and now they're so much easier to clean. Another thing I've noticed about them is that they are so much whiter now. And I mean, I am using a couple new products, but at the end of the day, I really think it has to do with the fact that they're healthier, because there's more availability to clean them, and the roots are, you know, with a little bit more space. I think for my health and for my well-being, this was the right choice. I think that it was very brave of me to go all of those years and just kind of try to crack on and just be happy with how I am. The fact that I have, for the most part, I'm pretty healthy, but at the end of the day, I do think it is something that was necessary for me to do, and I'm glad that I did this for myself. And it was a big leap of faith for me. Dentistry is not my cup of tea, okay? I hate the dentist. Now I'm pretty nonchalant about it for the most part. Unless they have to drill me without drugs, I'm usually okay. I'm definitely happy I did it, and we are still going to continue. I am being taught patience. We have to persevere, and we're going to continue making that progress. Just like at the gym, which, speaking of, I should really go now. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I am so happy and so grateful for where I'm at. We're not done, but I'm confident we are at the finishing line now. This will probably be my last video on Invisalign. If you want another one when it's 100%, let me know in the comments. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot, and my channel just takes a second. It would be really great if you got something out of this video at all. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the gym now. So I will see you in my next one. Bye!